Hi everyone, Karen Hurd here with WomanWize Healthy Living, and I wanted to announce my Coast to Coast Veggie Challenge. Getting healthy is not as easy as you think, and if you go online and look for what's the first thing I should do, everybody and their mother has an opinion on the way to start getting healthy. And some of the people, I swear there's an industry about making it complicated. So I wanted to find a way to make it easy for you to get started, something we could all do regardless of where we are in our health journey. And I asked the members of the WomanWize Healthy Living group what they'd like to do. We got all kinds of ideas: a hydration challenge, a sleep challenge, an activity challenge, and some kind of a food challenge. And so I thought, let's start with a veggie challenge. And each month we're going to do something new. So let's get started. And I'd like to share my screen with you and talk about the Coast to Coast Veggie Challenge. So let's, do you love this? We all love the way going to live is not as easy as we think. So welcome to the Coast to Coast Veggie Challenge. This is a 7-day fruit and vegetable challenge. It's not a cleanse. It's not a detox. It's not an anti-sugar, anti-meat thing. It's not a vegan thing. It's just adding more fruits and vegetables to your diet. Let's take a look. All right. What do we really eat? Well, 90% of us eat more like this on the left than this on the right. Study after study after study. Doesn't matter whether it's private industry, a health club, or the government that does it. These statistics tend to hold, even though the health and wellness industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. People want to get healthier and feel better, but we still eat like that on the left instead of that on the right. So, and getting our kids to eat their veggies, yeah. I've seen, we've done all kinds of tricks, right, to get their kids to eat their veggies. But how do we eat? Statistically, just 9% of us, which I think that number's a little bit high, but look at it this way: 1 in 10 adults eat just 2 servings. Yeah, so if you look at it, 2 servings of vegetables per day. Do you know what a serving is? Do I have my vegetables over here? That's 1 serving. Cucumber. An apple, all right? So not very much at all. And if you're a man, you're a young adult, or if you live in poverty, you're less likely to eat even the 2 servings. And 2 servings is not recommended. It's 5 to 9 servings for adults. So a fraction of people are eating a fraction of the fruits and vegetables we need every day. And we see the outcomes of that, don't we? We see the increased disease rates, obesity rates, and so on. But in kids, fruit consumption is up, so that's awesome. Juice consumption is down. Juice is not a fruit. Okay, so moms are onto that now. So juice consumption is down, so that's good. But still, 9 in 10 children don't eat enough vegetables. So we have a problem. And why is that? Well, in low-income areas, there's a lack of access called, food deserts for a lot of different reasons. There's just not the grocery stores with a wide variety of produce in there. And how many folks are really gardening anymore, right? So although gardening is coming back, there's food confusion. You guys know already what I'm talking about, right? I mean, information's contradictory. This vegetable group, this food group, we can't eat. No, we're supposed to. This study says that. It's just a mess, right? And you talk to people, especially if they're trying to do therapeutic eating, which means there's a specific health challenge or a health goal they'll trying to get. They will sometimes cut out whole groups of food in order to try to achieve that aim. And at the same time, then people think that that's how they're supposed to eat everybody. It's just confusing. So I think one of the reasons why sometimes we revert to just grabbing something out of the freezer and throwing it in the microwave, food confusion, lack of time, right? It just takes more time to peel and slice and wash and dice veggies. It just does. So food prep is an issue. Limited choices. You go to the grocery store and what do you get? Peas, green beans, asparagus, onions, potatoes, zucchini, summer squash, Apples, 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 bananas, oranges, and a seasonal. Oh, and grapes. Grapes are not year-round, by the way, but you wouldn't know that, right, when you go to the grocery store. So we don't have a lot of choices. Lack of knowledge. How many of your moms cook with eggplant, kohlrabi, fennel? There's a lot of vegetables out there. But unless you are intentional in learning how to eat different kinds of vegetables, we just don't, right? So it's a lack of knowledge. Poor gut health and digestion. The more narrow your diet becomes, the less ability your body has to eat a wide variety of foods. It becomes a vicious cycle because a lot of the enzymes that you need to digest fruits and vegetables come from the fruits and vegetables themselves, closer to their natural forms. So if you aren't eating a lot, you can't digest a lot, which makes your food choices more narrow, which means when you try to expand them, you're uncomfortable. So poor gut health and digestion. And if you just watch any kinds of commercials on TV, how many of them are for digestive aids? A lot, right? So why are we doing a food challenge, but especially around fruits and veggies? One, an increase, study after study after study, lower heart disease rates the more fruits and vegetables you eat. The closer you get to that 5 to 9 servings, the lower your disease rates for heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Also, you lower inflammation. Inflammation, one of the causes is the sugar in our diets. And I don't mean the sugar in an apple. I mean the sugar we pour on stuff, the sugar that's in the extra fruit juices, the sugar that's in, you know, a lot of the snacks, right? And then some of the over-processed foods increase inflammation in our bodies, which increase pain and increase chronic disease. We also want to improve our gut health and our gut biome. So all the good guys that live in your gut and help your brain and help your body fight disease and your immune system and help you manage your weight healthy in a healthy way. So again, we want to expand what you're eating and hopefully improve your gut health and that biome. And we want to establish healthier eating for life. This is a relatively small change in the scheme of things that can have a huge impact on your health. But let's make it fun, right? When's the last time you heard vegetables being fun? We're going to make it fun at the Coast to Coast Veggie Challenge. What are some of our goals? Well, we want to eat more fresh vegetables and fruits. That's the first one. We want, those of us with kids or grandchildren, we want to help our children eat more healthy foods. We want to try some new foods and to kind of expand that repertoire of canned green beans and canned peas and, you know, frozen whatever. We're going to learn how to choose vegetables, kind of address that lack of knowledge idea. Small steps lead to big changes. So even increasing by 50%, so if you eat 2 fruits and veggies a day and it can get you to 4 servings, that's the beginning of making a bigger change for yourself. And we want to make it fun while we're doing it as a group. So who is this for? What are we going to do? Well, it's for any eating style. I don't care if you're paleo, Brightline, 180, keto, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, and omnivore, locavore. You're just like, I don't know, I just eat. It's for you. I don't care if you're avoiding lectins, nightshades, or whatever. It's for you. Adults, your goal is to eat 5 to 9 servings a day, which means if you're in that 1 to 2, so if you're like most Americans and you're in the 1 to 2 servings, then we really want to get you to 5. If you're in that group that you're eating 5, we want you to get you to 9. Okay, and if you want to go the whole way, if you're like, nope, I'm going to jump right over to 9, that's awesome. For kids, I'm kind of shocked at what the government recommends. And a lot of the nutrition information is based on that. They say children 2 to 3 servings. We'll ride with that right now, but more servings is going to be okay. All right, your kids can certainly handle it. During the challenge, how's this going to work? Well, you need to be a member of our WomanWize Healthy Living group. So just friend me on Facebook, ask to join the group, friend somebody, the person who showed you this video, and ask to join our WomanWize Healthy Living group. Set your personal goal. Decide how many servings a day. We're also going to be sharing recipes and nutrition information during that. Do some live demos on how to prepare some of this stuff. Daily tips and stories. And prizes. How cool is that? I got some pretty cool prizes too. So what can you eat, right? Isn't that always a question on one of these challenges? Well, what can I eat? All right, so on the fruit side, and by fruit, I mean the fruits that tend to be sweeter and have a lot more naturally occurring sugar. So that's apples, bananas, oranges, watermelon, peaches, nectarines, plums, grapes, kiwi, star fruit, passion fruit, papaya, mango, guava. Right? Those are fruits, right? There's more than that, I'm sure. But those that get to be whole. They can be frozen because frozen fruit tends to hold more of its nutritional value, certainly than canned. So whole fresh is best. Then frozen, freeze-dried is actually almost as good as eating fresh. So if you're one of those, you have a freeze dryer at home, or maybe you're at the store and you buy a bag of freeze-dried veggie fruit, that's okay. Not really cooked, canned, or dried. Dried would be raisins, apple slices, fruit leathers. The reason why, the dried cranberries, because they're really concentrated in sugar when they're dried, and they're not, they don't have as much nutrition. They do have some fiber and some benefits. But just for this one, let's really work on whole fresh is the goal. Homemade smoothies are a great way to get those, for example. Fruit salads are a great way to get those. Banana bread is not the intention. Right? So no added sugar, right? So if you've got something like you're thinking, ooh, rhubarb's a vegetable, we'll have rhubarb. Rhubarb is extraordinarily tart and takes a ton of sugar to even get it to be palatable. So for this week, no rhubarb, even though it's in season. So get your rhubarb and cut it up and freeze it and have it after the challenge. Your goal as an adult is 2 to 3 servings of fresh whole fruit a day. And for children, at least 1 to 2 servings fresh whole fruit a day. Fruit isn't too hard to get into children, isn't it? I think that's why we see that their increase is up. Vegetables, what kind of vegetables? Again, whole, fresh, freeze-dried, frozen, or dried, because some of us have dehydrators, and sometimes we take what's in our garden, or we get, extra veggies on sale, and you can dry them. So we're going to say dried for this. Because we tend not to eat those the way we do with, let's say, raisins. Not canned. So no canned potatoes, no canned spinach, no canned green beans or peas. They're just not canned for the challenge. But you can have them cooked, roasted, lightly steamed. Okay, we want as many of them fresh raw as you can, but we know, especially if eating vegetables is new to you and your gut's maybe not in a great place, you're probably going to need to eat them cooked or lightly steamed. Roasted, by the way, is awesome for a lot of veggies. Roasted beets, here's a hint, tastes like candy. Leafy greens, 2 cups is 1 serving, just so you know. And not smothered in sauces. So, for example, broccoli with a ton of cheese sauce on it, that's not going to count. We want you to learn to enjoy the taste of the vegetable itself. Not smothered. You can certainly have salad dressing, just not a lot, right? Sometimes people get a salad and they just put a ton of salad dressing on it because they really don't like the vegetables. So just not smothered in sauces. Not going to say no sauce, just not smothered. All right, so you're in. So that's awesome. Drop me a like in here and ask to join our WomanWize Healthy Living group. There's the link. And I think there's a couple of questions on there to join, and then we'll add you. Share your goals for your family. This is fun. This doesn't take, we're just a few days out. Doesn't take a ton of prep. But share your goals with your family. We're going to explore some new recipes together. Choose your tracker. I know people have got a bazillion diet trackers out there, so whatever you want to track is fine. Whether you're going to create your own cheat sheet, just write it down for the day, put it in an app, doesn't matter. Choose your tracker, but let's do this. We want you guys to get healthier. We want you to enjoy the bounty of fresh fruits and vegetables that are out there, and just enjoy the whole process. I'm looking forward to this. We're going to have a lot of fun. Going to love giving away a lot of prizes. I'm so glad to have you be a part of this, and let's get healthier together.